Across the country, farmers grow and raise the food we eat. The lifeblood of that process is water. That comes in a variety of ways, but as every farm kid knows, moving pipe is a never-ending responsibility throughout the summer. If you've ever been in the country in the summer, this is a familiar sight. There is hand line, wheel line, and now many of our farmers, especially in larger operations, are moving to pivots. These are especially convenient because they take the manual labor out of moving the water. Pivots move themselves in a circular motion and can water at different rates vast areas of agricultural land. They also allow for sensors as well as fertilizers, pesticides, or other chemicals to be mixed in and minimize water waste. They even have fancy online controls that can be accessed through a computer, tablet, or cell phone. The challenge comes when getting the control information from the pivot to the internet is not reliable. Some pay a monthly cell plan charge to send a cellular signal from their pivot, which is expensive in equipment and subscription. What I ran into is that many in these expansive remote locations report the cell service isn't good and don't like the expensive charge. They report the manufacturer's radio point-to-point option is not nearly as strong enough and often drops the signal. This is where Surefy comes in with our new serial data bridge designed to transfer control data for RS-232 and RS-485 protocols. This beautiful remote farming valley in southern Idaho had just such an application. The pivots are far away from the control center, and a strong, robust radio signal is needed to send this RS-232 control data. We connected the serial data bridge to the pivot, connecting directly into the RS-232 port, and sent the data over to the location of the computer to allow it to be put into the cloud. In this application, the Surefy radio can be placed between the pivot and the manufacturer's Ethernet RTU, or if an existing radio application is already in place and struggling, the Surefy unit can be inserted at the pivot, placing the pivot side radio module then very close to the radio RTU so the signal is easily passed. This allows pivot operators to confidently control their equipment, giving us access to an abundant supply of various agricultural products.